there it is, the all-new, amazing, awesome, stunning, and good-looking Fitbit Versa 3. And what's great is they've added some pretty cool new features like blood oxygen readings, GPS tracking, playing music aloud, and even taking calls on your wrist. So there's a bunch of stuff I want to show you about the Versa 3, so sit back, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Starting off with what you get in the box, and Fitbit have changed the packaging quite a bit compared to previous Fitbit Versa models, but nonetheless it's still an amazing unboxing experience. And in the box you first up get the charging cable, then you also get some straps with different sizes, of course the beautiful Versa 3 watch itself, a little product information booklet all packaged in this box with a Fitbit Versa sleeve on the outside. It really is a nice unboxing experience. Now, at first glance, it does look quite similar to the Versa 2 model, but they did actually change quite a couple of things, and I must admit it has a very premium look and feel. One of the main things you'll notice with the Versa 3 is how the display now has a curved edge and not that squared off finish. It also has Gorilla Glass 3 on the front and comes in a couple of other colors. They also made some much needed improvements on the back with the charging connection, which I'll show you a little bit later, and it does still have a button on the left hand side of the watch, except now it is a haptic button. So when you push it, you'll just feel a slight vibration, and the reason for this haptic button is to improve the watch's water resistance. It does take a bit of getting used to, but overall is not that bad. Then they've also made a huge improvement when it comes to the straps, and honestly I could not be more thrilled about this. If you've owned a Versa model before, then you will know what a struggle it was to change the straps, but that is no longer the issue with their new strap mechanism. As you can see, between the old and new strap there is a huge difference, and let me tell you guys, it is much easier. To remove the strap, you just simply push this button up, and like that, the strap disconnects from the watch and you're done. To reconnect the strap, you just pop it back in and you'll hear a click. That's it. The watch strap is in place and it'll stay put until you push that button again. So this is a huge improvement compared to previous straps, and what's also nice is you can interchange the straps from the Versa 3 and the Fitbit Sense watches. Overall, a huge improvement, and I love it. Now onto the display, and not only is the screen size slightly bigger, but the resolution is also higher. Within the display settings, there are so many things you can change, like the brightness of the screen, your watch timeout, and if always on display is something you enjoy, you can just toggle that on, and as you may know, this saves hugely on the battery life. It is still an AMOLED display, which again saves on the battery, but just helps make those colors pop and the screen so much more vivid. It is of course also still a touchscreen, and honestly no complaints there when it comes to responsiveness, and at the end of the day I am super impressed with the display, guys. No matter what your lighting conditions, I guarantee you'll be able to see the display even in full-blown sunlight. So there are definitely a bunch of cool new features on the Versa 3 that you need to know, starting off with Find My Phone. So you head into the application menu and click on this option right over there, Find My Phone. Once in this app, you'll see this button, you tap on that, and in seconds your phone will start ringing. And also, yes, we finally have GPS built in on the Versa, which is super simple to use when exercising. So in the app menu, if I just scroll past and select exercise, then just tap on walk, for example, as you can see, GPS is automatically starting to connect already. If you swipe up, you can access some more settings, and here's where you make sure that the GPS is toggled on, because if this is off, it's not going to track you at all. Then to see all your various GPS routes, you can just access the Fitbit app, click on track your exercise, and here is where you'll be able to see the exact route you took. Now, blood oxygen levels is another new addition that works with an integrated watch face. So unfortunately, you can't access it straight away and take a reading on your watch, but if you do want to check it out, then go ahead and open up the Fitbit app on your phone, and in there, under clock faces, make sure you select the SpO2 signature watch face. Install that on your watch, and right over there is where you'll see your blood oxygen reading the next morning. You can also check out those metrics on the Fitbit app, but you do have to be a premium member in some cases, so just check that out. So some of you might know that the Versa 2 and now the Versa 3 have Amazon Alexa built in, but with a future update, they'll be adding Google Assistant. So pretty soon you'll be able to access Google Assistant right on your wrist and ask it anything. Plus, calling from your wrist will also soon be coming in that future update. So you'll be able to make and take calls right from your wrist, which is awesome. Then chatting about some standard features, and you can receive a bunch of notifications. Just be sure to check what notifications you can receive, whether you're on iPhone or Android. But for the most part, you can receive WhatsApps, Instagram DMs, and emails. You also have a bunch of response options like these quick replies, which are pre-made, but you can change these just by heading on over to the Fitbit application on your phone and making your own custom ones. So under Versa 3, you'll scroll down until you see notifications. Once in there, select quick replies, and you can actually make custom quick replies for each application. So for WhatsApp, I just popped in a couple of different ones that I often use, and you can also choose which custom emojis you'd like to use. So when all of that is done in future, when you go to reply to a message or someone, you will have all your custom quick replies right over there, and I just love that you can do this. You can also switch up the watch faces a bunch by heading on over to clock faces, all clock faces, and there are literally hundreds to choose from. Once you found the one that you want to install, just tap on it, you'll see the select button, and finally click install. It'll install on your watch in a couple of seconds, and it is literally that simple. If you want to change it again, you can select from ones you've installed before or brand new ones, and bam, you've got yourself some new watch faces. As mentioned, there are so many different ones to choose from, so definitely check out the clock faces. Then you can also access Spotify just by heading into the app menu and clicking on Spotify. Once you've logged in and connected everything, it acts like a remote on your watch where you can control your music, pause, play, or even skip songs. Unfortunately, you can't download music just yet, but still it's nice to have that. Then of course you have the exercise app where you can choose to track a bunch of different exercises, and there are a ton to choose from, guys. Once you've selected your exercise, there are a bunch of different metrics displayed, from your heart rate to calories and so much more. For some extra settings, you can just click on that haptic button and you'll be able to resume or end your exercise. Onto the size of this watch, and the Versa 3 is 1.59 inches wide by 1.59 inches long. Here's what it looks like alongside the previous Versa 2 model as well as the Apple Watch Series 5. It is so similar in size to the Versa 2, but as mentioned, the display is bigger. It is also much the same when it comes to the thickness of the watch, and at the end of the day, sits super comfortably on the wrist. The charging for the Versa 3 has also been dramatically changed, and for the better. So this is what the charger now looks like, and all you do is take your watch, place it on top, and it magnetically snaps into place. Your watch will start charging instantly, and to remove it, you just snap it off. So this is way better and much easier than the previous model where you had to clip your watch into the charging cradle. This is also Fitbit's first quick charging cable. So for 12 minutes of charge, you will get 24 hours of battery life. I mean, that's insane and a huge plus. Then onto some other features, and you still get the 24/7 heart rate tracker, but they have improved the technology to get a much more accurate reading throughout the day. You can go onto the Fitbit app and see all your recorded heart rate measurements throughout the day, and I honestly find this super fascinating, especially if you want to keep a close eye on your heart rate. You can also monitor it live while in an exercise like elliptical, for example. You'll see it change as you exercise, which is super awesome. Shortcuts is also really new, and you can access them by scrolling down within settings and tapping on shortcuts. Once in there, you'll be able to choose what various shortcuts you want, for example, music, Spotify, quick settings, or even payments. And then what happens is when you click and hold down on that haptic button, it'll activate your shortcut. So for example, I use Spotify, and just like that, it loaded my Spotify. The other shortcut you can choose is the double press one. And this is really cool because it opens up 4 different keyboard shortcuts when you go ahead and double press that haptic button. So as you can see, these were the 4 that I chose from, and it just makes life so much quicker and easier. Then finally, you also get sleep tracking on the Versa 3, and you can check out all your sleep stats on the Fitbit application. What I really love that Fitbit have done is they create a sleep score for you so you can quick and easily see how well you slept that night, as well as a whole bunch of other really interesting sleep metrics. So definitely check that out. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe, or you can check out some of my other videos right over here. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!